Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to go over how to draw the Mosasaurus from Jurassic World. Mosasaurus is this amazing water. I guess it's not a dinosaur, but it lived with the dinosaurs. Really amazing looking creature. Great design. We're going to go through it step by step for beginners, so let's jump right into the lesson. All right, let's go over how to draw this Mosasaurus eating the shark, or the shark where they feed him. So right now, I'm gonna put it's obviously like a V shape, right? Because he's opening his mouth. I'm gonna go right here, kind of start it, maybe, I'm gonna see how high I want it, right? So I'm gonna go over here for the Mosasaurus's mouth, and I'm gonna pull down like this. Okay, maybe his eye is gonna be right here, I'm thinking. Okay. So over here, I'm going to draw the eye, kind of a bump for the eye. And then I'm going to continue down here to the back. And then we're going to pull down to kind of these spikes in the back area. Okay, that's like one side of it. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to curve kind of the front. By the way, if you're a Jurassic World fan, hit me up. Say, hey, what's up? I'm a Jurassic World fan or something like that. It's really cool to kind of come together as a community, especially this time because the movie's out, new movie out. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna draw this kind of wobbling like thing at the bottom to kind of give it some texture before I put the teeth in. Oh man, I have the best action figure of it. It's a non-moo action figure, so good of the Mosasaurus. I'll try to show it if I can. I don't know if I have time to record it, but so good. Go over here. It's going to have an open mouth. So I'm going to draw the skin flap. There's this skin flap, which I don't even really know. It's not a simple name, but it has to do, I think it's a couple of organs or something like that show. But you see it on lizards a whole lot, and they put on dinosaurs a bunch. Curve back here for the kind of the cheekbone. But his mouth is wide open, right? Wide open. So I'm gonna go about this point. Same thing, kind of make it a little bit wobbly. Curve out over here a little bit. Now it's not as big. This side is not as big as this side. Okay. Anyways, my sister said she wanted to watch the new movie. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta see it. I know I'm dating myself by saying that. But once I see it, I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna be like, hey, I saw it. You know, this is what I thought of it. I'll write in the community page. Curve right here for the jaw, right? Jaw is going back there. And then right here, there's a throat that a lot of people miss on dinosaurs. I don't know what it is. It's just a tendency to not put that in there. But, you know, when you eat something, you kind of chew on it, and then it kind of goes through your throat, your system, so stuff like that. But they have a throat, right? A lot of these animals and almost everything, us, people just kind of edit that out. They just put like chin, neck, or, you know. I mean, it's part of the neck, but right there. All right, so we got a pretty, I think, good shape right there for so far, what we got. So let's go over here. Curve right here for that part of the eye. Right here on this side of the eye. And we're going to throw a kind of bags under that eye. And I don't think he had slit pupils, right? I don't think he did. I can't remember if he had slit pupils or not. We can draw something that looks kind of close to a slit pupil. Doesn't mean it is. Over here for the nose. I think the nasal cavity's around here, I believe. Because if you go to like something like the Spinosaurus, the nasal cavity's like all the way back here. Let's go to the teeth now. Line right there. They're kind of hooking in because they're grabbing. Just kind of keep that in mind. Right? Definitely always something to keep in mind, that kind of grabbing. It's pulling in. So they're not going to curve out or nothing. They're going to curve in, if anything. You see a lot with real, you know, with like present day animals and stuff like that. Mosasaurus was real, but Mosasaurus wasn't as big as in the movie. It was, he was, I think, more the size of like a great white shark, I think. I'd have to look. Or big, wait, or I don't know. I know he was smaller than in the movie, though, than he was portrayed. Kind of going down there. All the way down. Nice. Let's go over here on this side. Same thing on this end. But remember, you want to make it look a little bit 3D. So we're going to draw some, a little bit the back part of the mouth over here. And you're going to see the curve over here for the back side of the mouth over here. Like you see the teeth in the back. For every single dinosaur you draw, like with their mouth open, you want to do that on one side, not both, just one. Like they have a slight angle to it, and it gives it more of a 3D look to it. Let's go over here, kind of the bottom of the neck. It's gonna have like some folding, right? Some flexion going on. You draw like these thin lines. Because a lot of dinosaur, I mean, obviously, I don't think Mosasaurus is a dinosaur. He's not a dinosaur. But he lived kind of at the same time, because I think if they're in the ocean, it's a little bit different. He's not considered a dinosaur. But I put the little folds back there for behind his ear. But with stuff like that, a lot of it's in the detail. I threw a thin line down there for the color change. And then you can also throw thin lines here for the teeth kind of grabbing onto the tooth there. You know, kind of like our gums. If you look at our gums, right, they have this sort of effect, kind of grabbing on. Couple of lines here, because this is kind of a fold there, like that skin fold. And you can kind of do maybe another thin line here. Beyond this, you could very easily, oh, I forgot, there's lines right here for the back. It's got like these spikes on, kind of the osteoderms, I think, on the back, at least this version. Curve underneath here for like the cheek area. And you could just kind of keep it going because he's a scaly reptile. You can throw these little curves that are maybe like catching a little bit of like all over his skin. Not all over, but like plenty. Kind of like you're throwing pepper on him, but it looks like a texture for someone like him because he is this gigantic, you know, lizard. Right, just kind of throw it all over here, kind of pepper it, and give him kind of a better look. Angle here for the jaw a little bit. All right, looking pretty good. Line here maybe. It's cool because with dinosaurs you can kind of draw little thin lines everywhere because thin lines equal detail. Usually, if they're in the right direction, you just gotta make sure they're going, you know, down his, you know, his throat area or like wrapping around here. If there's folding here, don't put any of the folds all up and down. Usually, try to draw them like this, kind of like he's opening his jaw and there's like folding, natural folding going on. So as long as it's direction based, you can just draw these things anywhere. All right, and then finally, I like to put a little bit of a thickness on the outer line because it just looks nicer. So I'm gonna, oh wow, that's too thick. I'm going to draw thickness on the outer line area because I think it just looks nicer. They do it a lot in line art and comics, so try it out. I'm gonna do it right here real quick, and then we're gonna draw the shark real fast, the bait there. And I think they said that's like a great white, right? But yeah, Jurassic World. My favorite dinosaur is the Carnotaurus, and I was so excited in Jurassic World Lost Kingdom when they finally put the Carnotaurus in there. I thought that was amazing. I was like losing my mind when the trailer came out. Yeah, because it was so accurate, right? Because they've had Carnotauruses. I'm gonna nerd out a little bit. Forgive me. They've had Carnotauruses before in movies. They had it in a movie called Dinosaur from 2001. And it's really cool design, the Carnotaurus in that movie, but it was like nothing like the real Carnotaurus. It was like, they made it basically like the T-Rex, you know, with horns. That's pretty much what they made. I'm gonna thicken this line out a little bit because it's closer to us right here. I am gonna also thicken this line But they made the Carnotaurus in that movie Dinosaur. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. That movie is called Dinosaur. It was by Disney in 2001 or something. Really, really cool Carnotaurus design, but it's just too buff. It's just too big. Carnotaurus is more compared to like let's just say the T-Rex is a lion. The Carnotaurus is like the cheetah. You know, that's kind of what it's compared to, or like the jaguar or something like that. It's something smaller, but the dinosaur in Dinosaur, you know, the Carnotaurus in Dinosaur was like massive. This giant bulking, it looked more like a T-Rex. Okay, really good. Let's do the bait. All right, let's do the bait real quick. Nothing wild. Okay, he's kind of facing that way anyway. So over here, I'm gonna draw, let's see, kind of like think of like a torpedo shape. Down, so it gets bigger, like a droplet. Out, down. And I don't think they'd be feeding him great whites, by the way, because great whites are like endangered. So I don't think they'd be feeding him great whites. They'd probably just be giving the Mosasaurus like a ton of just fish or mackerel or I don't know what. So think of like that torpedo with the fins coming out. Fin on top, out over here. Let's just say there's some tide right there, right at the top, and then just a rope going up. I don't know if that even shows up. And then you could draw like, I don't know, a line here for the mouth or something with like a tooth sticking out. You know, you're looking right at the bottom of him, so you're not going to see a bunch of detail. Put a line there for counter shading. But that's it. Hit me up. Say hi to me. Also, I want you to share the video. I'm trying a new format by using larger paper. If you like it, I can get more detail on it. That's why. If you like it, hit me up. Thank you.
All right, and if you want to keep learning how to draw and keep pushing your skills, go right here to this video on here on this side. That video I put because it's the exact same theme as the video you just saw, and I like it as a bit of a pair. So absolutely go check that out right now. Another short video.